Ever since 1970, the breakup of the Beatles has been picked over like a cinematic whodunit. Detectives pouring through rehearsal tapes, legal filings, even silent glances and grainy photos. Yet to Mick Jagger, the charismatic frontman of the Rolling Stones, the answer is refreshingly mundane. Speaking to Rolling Stone in the mid-90s, he dismissed many of the usual suspects: Yoko Ono, murky royalty statements, capricious managers, and zeroed in on a simpler culprit: ego left to run wild. Jagger never formed deep friendships with the four Beatles. Their paths mostly crossed backstage, at award shows, or in London night spots. That distance, however, gave him a clear vantage point. What he saw looked instantly familiar to anyone who has led a creative partnership: two dominant personalities vying to steer a single ship. John Lennon and Paul McCartney were not squabbling over chord changes or girlfriends, he believed. They were wrestling for authorship of the band's identity. Each felt fully capable of piloting the enterprise alone, which made daily collaboration steadily more combustible. The singer's own experience with Keith Richards offered a revealing counterpoint. In the Stones, leadership functions as a limited commodity. 10 big decisions might surface during an album cycle, but no relationship survives if one partner insists on making 9 of them. Whether arranging set lists or mixing a record, Jagger and Richards learned, sometimes painfully, to carve out clear zones of control. One would shape the groove, the other would refine lyrics. That informal detente acted as a pressure valve, preventing artistic friction from mutating into personal resentment. Nothing comparable existed inside the Beatles once international touring stopped in 1966. With the escape hatch of live performance gone, Abbey Road turned into an echo chamber where every creative impulse clashed in real time. Lennon's taste for raw experimentation frequently collided with McCartney's symphonic polish. Without stage deadlines or a shared external goal, compromise lost its urgency. Financial headaches and management feuds certainly accelerated the decay, but those crises landed on a partnership already hollowed out by rivalry. When mutual trust erodes, even trivial business disputes can masquerade as existential threats. Jagger's reading of events therefore removes much of the ornamentation that biographers love to weave. No seduction by avant-garde art, no sinister Svengali, no labyrinth of legal intrigue, just two creative titans who outgrew the same workspace. The analogy extends beyond music. Star athletes implode when each insists on wearing the captain's armband. Startups fracture when co-founders refuse to share the roadmap. Brilliance alone is powerless against the gravity of dueling egos. Fans searching for a grandiose plot twist may find the explanation anticlimactic. Yet its plainness is precisely what gives it weight. The Stones themselves have endured for more than 6 decades, not because their members lack ego, but because they eventually acknowledged its dangers and built guardrails. They let each other breathe. The Beatles, by contrast, never installed such safety features, and the inevitable collision became history's most famous musical divorce. Viewed through Jagger's lens, the Beatles' demise becomes less tragic myth and more cautionary tale. Every collaborative venture, band, boardroom, or film crew, holds only so much oxygen for charismatic leaders. If 2 people crave the same 9/10 of it, the partnership will either fracture or suffocate. That simple insight, delivered by someone who has sidestepped the same trap for generations, may be the most grounded and valuable lesson the Beatles' story can offer.